Hi, Caspar here on the 22nd of May 2018, tasting a claret 2010 Château Capbern Gasqueton, Capbern Gasqueton, made by the team at Château Calon Ségur. Gasqueton, the name of the erstwhile owners until 5 or so years ago, when old Madame Gasqueton died. So yeah, let's have a look at it. 2010, well, as you will all be aware, came after 2009. That much is clear, but after the enormous plaudits for 09, 2010, perhaps, if anything, an even more exciting vintage for much of Bordeaux. I mean, these are big wines, the 10s and 9s. You know, they're wines of enormous ripeness, concentration, levels of IPT, which is total phenolic content, so tannin and structure. So dense wines, and goodness me, I'm looking at a wine of enormous density of colour. This is almost black in colour, with a very narrow band at the rim. So it's a very deep thing. It's got a good nose. I mean, it's an almost slightly exaggerated claret nose, really. It's got a gravelly, stony, sort of distinct rockiness about the nose, and lovely, ripe, sort of licorice inflected plum, blackcurrant. Very dense, rich, ripe set of aromas. It's almost sort of got a new worldy sort of cast to it. It's almost creamy. It's a big thing. Slightly smoky. I mean, it does smell delicious, I must say. It smells like a sort of fruit compote, but let's have a sip. And that new world sort of theme is continued slightly on the palate. I mean, it's a big, rich, sort of forward, plush wine, and right at the finish the tannins sort of perk up and become quite sort of piquant and nippy. I mean, it's entirely ready to drink now, which you wouldn't say about many 2010s, and you certainly wouldn't say about most of the 2010 Saint Estèphes, of which this is one, but lots of very ripe, plush, dark, plummy fruit. And I can't remember the blend in this. It's I'd guess that there's a reasonable proportion of Merlot in it, but you know, it's got length, it's got structure. It's overarchingly a delicious thing. It's quite ready to drink, as I say. And a slightly sort of exaggerated style. Yeah, it's claret slightly on steroids. But delicious. You know, with the right food, I think this would be a very, very nice drink. And Capbern Gasqueton is tremendous value. I mean, it doesn't cost a lot at all for the quality of the winemaking. And yeah, no, I just think it's a. If you're looking for a big glass of red wine that falls short of Barossa and has a distinctly sort of clarity character to it, it's a very, very nice thing indeed, and I will have no difficulty whatsoever having another glass. I don't know what the alcohol is here. I mean, 14, which, you know, 25 years ago, 14% in Bordeaux would be almost unheard of, but since we've seen wines pushing almost 16% in Bordeaux in recent years. No undue alarm at that, but there we are. You know, a quite delicious and if slightly frivolous thing, but nothing wrong with that. 2010, Château Capbern Gasqueton, Saint Estèphe. Yeah, a very delicious and yeah, just a delicious thing. Very nice.